India's Journal. India's Journal. Are you ready for India's Journal?
Are you
India's
ready?
Journal.
Really ready?
Let's go! India's Journal. India's Journal.
Hey YouTube, it's been a minute. What's up? I'm excited to be back. Yeah, a lot has happened. Let me tell you about what's been going on. So, I graduated school. Actually, let's rewind to me graduating school. I had an interview with J School some time ago about what I was doing next, what I was doing next in life. So here is me going to look for them. I put on my cap and gown and I was going to talk a little bit about what was next and how did J School empower me. So after doing that video, I did have an internship with a big company, and ultimately, just to sum it up, I did the internship for almost the entirety of it, but I realized after being committed to so many programs, different programs, multiple ones at once that required my attention, and many Zoom meetings where you get Zoom fatigue, and I've already graduated at that point, I needed a break. And I realized it was really blocking my creativity. I was able to take some time off, but also still a little bit stressing over finding a job. So I applied to tons of jobs, hundreds of jobs. I ultimately was just like, you know what, forget it. If nobody's gonna get me to where I want to be, I'm gonna do it myself. And I was just like, well,
I'm gonna do it myself.
And with my with my downtime after taking a break, I was able to restore and re-energize. I was taking a break and, constant, when you tell people your plans of what you're gonna do, some people, I don't know, it's different when you tell, okay, here's one thing about being a creative. When you tell people your plans of what you're gonna do, ultimately, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it because people aren't able to see your vision on how you think things are going to be accomplished or what you know to be is true. They believe that after a certain point that you should not be going after it and that you should just settle and find something practical. But I'm not easily swayed or persuaded like that. So let's just pause here really quickly because this is important, and yeah, here we go. I was revisiting this part of the video, but ultimately, I believe it is people trying to figure out what you're trying to do with your life. They're trying to keep tabs and just understand what you're talking about, and sometimes you may feel something so deeply I know I'm going to do this, I know I'm going to be this, I know I'm going to achieve this, and they sometimes it's like a divine calling, divine purpose, and then people are, they're going to be people. They're going to want to figure out the practicality of it, how, why, how do you know, what's step 1, 2, and 3. You may not know step 1, 2, and 3, but you know where you're going to get, and ultimately life is life. Plans do not go according to plan. Just about never, but you're going to end up where you're meant to be. And you can't let those type of people talk you out of what you know to be is true. You just have to keep going. So, yeah. Have that room for creativity. I was able to be creative again. I was painting, I was drawing. With that being said, it was around September that the idea stuck. I think it was October, September. Either way, school started. After taking some downtime to detox after being overworked, and I had creative ideas. Major event that I really thought about going to but I didn't go to, I was kind of missing, college a little bit. I was in and out. I'm wow, with this event, the classic happening down here, I want to create something. I started thinking about like, what can I create?
Just to get people exposed to it, children to expose to it, so they know that there is this community existing out there for them, and they can look at it and celebrate it and learn a little bit about it early on.
She says the book is one that all children need. It helps them understand the significance of an HBCU band and connecting with your school through the band.
You guys, I wrote a book. I wrote a children's book at that. And I'm just so proud. It's a book celebrating HBCUs and HBCU marching bands. And it's just adding more to the catalog of books for children. And I want to start off by saying I'm very happy to have created this type of book at the ending of Black History Month and the beginning of Women's History Month. I feel like I made history in writing this book. But let me get into the nitty-gritty. You guys, I had to do research on how to come up with this, not to come up with this book, but like how to produce it. Like, how am I gonna get everyone to be able to buy their own copy? Like, I had to do research, and yeah, I'm so happy I'm able to mass produce it. But anyway, as you all know, if you've seen my other videos, I graduated from FAMU.
Summa cum laude.
Most people know that I've always wanted to work in the entertainment industry. I've had some cool internships, externships, but I definitely have a cool job now, and I also have my book. And over time with the industry, watching like the entertainment industry, like all forms of media, not just TV, movies, but books as well, I feel like a lot of Black experiences and joys need to be like showcased and shared with people everywhere, because me, I did not have a book about bands, HBCU marching bands, HBCUs in general when I grew up. I grew up with my dad taking me to the band a lot, my family traveling and, you know, celebrating homecoming, just like, you know, just having fun and adventuring. But it was just great to be able to capture that essence and be able to put it into a book. Like, I'm just very excited that I did that. But my drawings kind of took me on an adventure themselves.
It's weird because I was hanging out with my boyfriend when I originally drew Zuki, and I just wanted to draw. I said, do you have a pencil and a paper? And I drew a little girl, and I was like, oh my goodness, she's adorable. I was just like, I gotta keep this. This is a super cute drawing. Kind of came up with the character before I even came up with, like, I guess the story in a way. I just held on to that drawing for like a long time, and I was just like, well, we're gonna use this for something. I don't know for what, but she's going in something because she's too adorable not to be used. At the time, I didn't know what it was going to be used for, but some time went by and I was just like, you know what, I'm going to make a book. And that's what I did. I researched everything, I wrote out a story, I drew everything day by day, just figured everything out because I was very determined to get this done. I had nothing else going on at the time, so I was just like, let's just get this done. I really want to see if I can do this. And I tried it. I pushed myself and I was like, I can do this. You know what? No matter what. And I worked on it. And in the back of my head, I still had faith that I was going to end up where I wanted to be. But this was like a new goal for me, and I was working towards a certain date. I had a date in my head, like I said, February. I wanted to be done in February. I saw this through, and I also was offered a job in the industry that I knew I was going to end up being in. So I say all of this ultimately to inspire someone who is afraid to like take risks or go all out on themselves or think their dream is too big to do. Just go after it. You never know what may happen, and it comes honestly when you least expect it. So please be inspired. Please go after what you want to do. I'm just
just keep your faith, and you got it. Be persistent, be honest with yourself, and go all out. But if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, share this with someone. Yeah, we're gonna have another video soon, but till then, peace out.